Hey everyone, welcome to the show. There's a lot of articles going around at the moment about people quiet vacationing. Now, this sounds similar to quiet quitting and all of that stuff. And there's a few studies done recently to say that millennials, it's probably not just an age thing, let's be honest, but anyway, are rather quiet vacationing than asking for their boss for time off. And there's so many things into that. It's crazy. You know, on the one hand, you look at it from you're looking at the individual and you're like, come on guys, quiet quitting, quiet vacationing. I mean, if you're doing that, it's probably time to start looking for a job. You're clearly not happy. Come on, go speak to your boss. If you can't go speak to your boss and ask for time off, it's got to be, this is a problem here. And so I would, so if you're doing that, and back in, I remember a few years ago, you used to have this mouse jiggler. So, if you those who don't know, there was a little pad when people would put their mouse on and it would jiggle and it would show your boss or whoever, the little green light, you're online, really, you're out doing whatever. So there's this quiet quitting and a mouse jiggler. I remember people were getting it for Christmas, and if you were quiet quitting and you had a mouse jiggler, definitely time to start looking for a new job. Anyway, so you got all of that stuff. It's quite funny, but not really. However, if you're a boss and your team members can't ask you for time off, they're scared to ask you for time off. And look, also 23 was difficult. We're in 24 now, but 23 was difficult. A lot of redundancies. It's carried on into 24. And, there's a thing of people are nervous. They didn't want to, they're not going to be the next one out the door. So maybe they weren't, they were just getting their head down, but really they needed a little bit of break. But they didn't want to ask and stuff like that. Now that's a tough scenario right there. That happened over COVID. Then we had this great resignation. LinkedIn, keep mentioning this, but there's a LinkedIn Microsoft study done recently. Many people are looking to move jobs right now. And one of the things is burnout and work-life integration, work-life balance, whatever you want to call it. So if you're a leader and your team aren't taking time off, you should be going to them. This is for me this thing of you're a good leader if you go. One of the things, have you taken time off yet, Mr. Employee, Mr. Team Member? Oh, you haven't. Probably time you took some time out. Go take a break, come back, recharge, get your energy levels back up, and let's go again. If your team member comes to you and you're like, sorry, no, it's not a good time for you to take a holiday. You keep working. I want you to finish that project. Then the next time they're going to come to you, it's like, hey, I'm off. I found another job somewhere else. And you're like, oh my God. And then your other team members are going to be overworked. They're going to start leaving. It's going to be a problem. So I think if you're a leader, encourage your team to take time off. Encourage them to keep their energy levels up. It's about output. And it's important for people to stay energized and all of that stuff. We're in it for a long time. The road is long career, all of that. Now, I know people like moving quick and all of that stuff, and it's important to move quick and whatever, but it's important to look after yourself, maintain your energy levels, eat well, sleep well, stay fit, healthy, take time off, go hard when you work, and go hard on relaxing as well. So you can go hard. Just go hard on everything. But anyway, it's important. So 2 aspects to this. If it's you and you're burnt out, go to your boss. And if they're like, no, you can't take any time off, it's not the place you're going to be staying long term. So start looking for a new job. If you're quiet vacationing or quiet quitting or whatever the new term is right now, because you just don't like your job, start looking. And, if you're not already, you probably are. And if you're a leader, think about your team, think about their well-being. And if you really need to put a business case for that, it's going to pay you back tenfold in the future. If your team are energized, their output's better, they'll probably stay with you longer. Your morale's high, culture's good, attract better people into your firm, all of that stuff, right? So really interesting conversation. I think it's going to be very interesting to see these next 6 months, let's say, how it pans out with companies now. We're already seeing it. They're starting to hire more. People are wanting to move jobs. We're kind of coming into this almost perfect storm. It's going to be very interesting to see what the job market looks like these next 6 months. 6 months is a long time. So even the next couple of months, it's just going to be very interesting to see what happens and what unfolds. So, but look, you know what? Do what you can do, and what you can control. And so if you're leading a team, leading a company, really look after your staff, lean in, make sure they are feeling good, make sure you are asking them what else you can do. Make sure they're having time off, make sure their energy is high, make sure you're getting great training, all of that stuff. And if you're an individual, make sure you're managing your career in the best way you can. And that includes keeping your energy levels up. And if you're in an environment that's not for you, you're doing a job that's not for you, you're not happy, you're not going to be doing your best work, start to have a little look around and find a place that's right for you. Hope that helps.